too. WJS, everybody have a good week.
Yeah, okay, Bill. This is only the second round, but if you want to check out, I'll mark you out. We only got one more to go before we get to the third round, so it won't be very long. Okay.
Okay, this is WHAH. You know, I was talking to Kevin, and they're going to have that meeting in the Fairview Park Library. That's where the meeting is going to be. But I don't know what day the meeting is. But he said they're going to meet there at the February Fairview Library for the meeting. So that he set up a date for it. So, but I don't know what day the meeting is coming. So you'd probably call Kevin, he would probably know. So that's the information I have on that. So, Bill, I'll pass it back to you. This is WHAH.
Okay, WHAH.
Repeater.
Thank you for that information, Ken. Fairview Library. Okay. Well, that's what it was supposed to be, one or the other. But I didn't get any email. I'm checking my email right now. There's nothing there on that. So yeah, we'll wait for the email to come out. Well, we're at the bottom of the second round before I start the 73 round. I'll check for new check-ins. Any other check-ins, please call WHBM.
AGW, Dan, Avon Lake, checking in.
Dan, I have you. Do we have any others? Not hearing anything. Why don't you go ahead and take a turn, Dan? We're on the bottom of our second round, so go ahead and take a turn. And the next round will be our 73 round. K8AGW, WHGM.
Okay, we let the idea get going here. This K8AGW. Good evening, everybody. And I was talking to Josh, K8YUG over on Simplex, and we were chatting and that. We got chatting for about an hour, and I was telling them about CW, how the DX, and all kinds of things. I'm trying to steer them the right way there, folks. So I would get on Simplex so we don't have to hold up a repeater, so, and he's close by, so, and nice chat, nice young fellow there, and I'm glad he got his license. He learned.
Good evening, all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday night VHF UHF net. My name is John and my call is WO3X. However, for the purposes of this net, I'll be using the club call Whiskey 8 Alpha Victor. This is an open directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You do not have to be a club member. All traffic will go through net control, and since emergency traffic may break in at any time, please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information, to enhance net operating practices, and to keep members up to date about club happenings. This net meets here every Monday evening at 8:30 p.m. local time, preceded by Amateur Radio Newsline at 8:01. We will start with announcements and then ask for check-ins from any officer or member who has an announcement of general interest to the club. Once that is complete, I'll take check-ins, call signs only, 5 at a time, and confirm each call. Then I'll correspond with those 5 check-ins and ask for 5 more. When the number of check-ins starts to go down, I'll just go 1 at a time. If you are a regular participant, I'll probably recognize you by call sign. If not, please give your call repeated phonetically, followed by your name and your location. When all check-ins have been corresponded with, I will give one last call for check-ins after repeating the announcements. We also operate a band exploration net at 9:30 p.m. after this net. Now this evening we're going to be operating as W1AW/8, and we will have a different time on that. Okay, so 9:30 to 10 we will be on our regular 6-meter frequency, 50.270 megahertz upper sideband. I will be the operator, and I will be calling as W1AW/8. We will go 9:30 till 10 o'clock on 6 meters. Then from 10 o'clock to 10:15 p.m., we will go to 80 meters, and we will be on or about 3.827 megahertz lower sideband. Then from 10:15 to 10:30 p.m., we will switch to 160 meters on or about 1.887 megahertz lower sideband. And all through those 3 operations, we will be calling as W1AW/8, which is the ARRL, Volunteers on the Air, year-long special event. Until September 5th, Ohio and Section 8 will be able to operate like that. Then some other section gets the privilege after that. So we want to try to get as many contacts as we can for W8VPV as W1AW/8. So please plan to participate in that this evening. Okay, other announcements don't forget about CFARC to the field. Go to the main page, www.cfarc.org, and go to CTTF. We still have many opportunities of locations to operate from. So go to the, I think it's the schedule, and see who signed up, and then and where they're planning to operate from, and then choose another location and sign up for that, and then start to prepare your equipment for that. That will be on September 13th from 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. instead of our usual business meeting. Then the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club business meeting will be on September 27th at the Pilgrim United Church of Christ at 7:30 p.m. and also on Zoom. The day after the CFARC to the field is a volunteer exam session at the Cuyahoga Falls Library at 6:30 p.m. So pre-register for that if you want to take a test, and make sure that you have your FRN. Don't forget that the Cleveland Ham Fest up in Berea is on September 24th, and summitaries.org has online forms to sign up for a volunteer for the Akron Marathon, which is Saturday, September 30th. They're still in need of, they only have about half of the volunteers needed, so sign up for that and plan to operate that Saturday morning. That's Saturday, September 30th. That's all that I have in the way of announcements. So this is W8VPV asking for check-ins from any officer or member who has an announcement of general interest to the club. Okay, not hearing any. This is W8VPV asking for check-ins. KD8YAX. KD8YAX, I have you. Another check-in, please.
Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Oscar.
Vince, I have you. AC8XO. Another check-in, please.
K8HMS.
K8HMS, I have you, Steve. Another check-in, please.
KA8WTK.
KA8WTK, I have you, Bill. And one more, please.
AB8OU.
Above. K8UIB, John in Nashville.
Okay, I got two there. The last one was KE8UIB. And before that was Zeke, AB8OU. Okay, so let's we'll go up to Forrest there, KD8YAK. What's your comment there, Forrest?
Trying to hit the numbers up. I have no comment.
Okay, very good. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Next is Vince, AC8XO. Go ahead, Vince, with your comments.
Good evening, John. Everybody else on the net. Yeah, it's your newsletter editor here. Other than it's been a quiet week, other than the storm, I'm just hanging out here. Get the newsletter out before the next meeting, or actually before our to the field event, and anything other than that, there's not much going on, John. So Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Oscar, back to net. Everybody have a good evening.
Okay, Vince, thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Next is Steve, K8HMS. Go ahead, Steve, with your comments.
WAVPV in the net, K8HMS. Yeah, good evening, John. Good evening, everybody. Here on the floaty side. Not much going on. Just enjoying all the decent weather we've had. Been a little bit hot, but not all that bad to take, I guess. So, and John, yeah, we'll probably hook up with you on 6 meters for the VOTA thing, and thank you for doing it. And I guess that's about about it. Thought I heard something in there I was going to ask you about, but if I think of it, I'll get back. So anyway, back to you, KHMS.
We will also be doing 80 meters and 160 meters, and I should be able to hear you on those two bands, being so close. Do you think you could try that too?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I think where did I put it? I put the times down here. I got it here somewhere, but yeah, I will listen for you there also.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so I hope to hear you later then. Let's see, that takes us to Bill, KA8WTK. Go ahead, Bill, with your comments.
Good evening, John. W8VPB and the group KA8WTK. Missed the last couple of weeks. The first 2 weeks ago, I was in Florida down at Walt Disney World. Had a grand time down there. I was down there with my youngest son, his wife, and my youngest granddaughter. Me and the wife went down there and just had a ball. We hadn't been there in 42 years. So the only thing that was there when we were there 42 years ago was the Magic Kingdom. There's a lot more to see, and it's just as much fun as it was back then. And then when we got home this last Saturday evening, I stepped out of the car and promptly started shaking with chills. Came down with COVID, and didn't move for the next couple of days. For sure, I stayed about the whole time in my recliner in the living room, just sleeping and coughing and attempting to get better. But it seems to be gone. We even got a little ham radio work done here. Let me break for time. Some of you may remember I've been working for some time on a 930S Kenwood, TS930S Kenwood. The LD Moss power amplifier board came in before we left for Florida, and I put it in over the last couple of days, which is a really absolutely simple procedure to put in there, and it seems to be working like a charm. We'll find out tonight when we go to 80 meters and 160, so I look forward to that. Anyway, back to net control. W8VPV, KA8WTK.
Okay, Bill, do you know, was that version BA286 of the COVID-19 or COVID virus?
For sure, I don't know, but the symptoms that were in, I think it was last Sunday's paper for the latest variant, sound just like it. Sound just exactly like me and Margaret had. We both came down with it. I mean, well, you go to Walt Disney World, even though fully vaccinated, there's still a good chance you can come home with something. You've got that many people crammed into that amount of area from all over the world. Something's got to give. But no, it sounded like that new variant.
Did you drive home or fly home?
Oh, drive. Drove down and drove back. So I wanted to spend some time on the way down, too. We stopped at the Kennedy Space Center. Hadn't been there in over 40 years either. There's some surprisingly wonderful things there to take a look at.
Okay, very good then. Yeah, you probably got it there at Disney World, so sounds like you're recovering okay from that, so good luck with that. And hope to hear you. Maybe we'll hear you this evening on 6 meters, 6 meters, 80 meters, and 160 meters. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll be trying that TS930 out on 80 and 160.
Okay, great. I'll be listening for you. Thanks. So 73 for now, and hope to hear you later. Okay, next is Zeke, AB8OU. Go ahead, Zeke, with your comments.
AB8OU. Well,
to a convention on Cape Cod. She came back, the gal she went with came down sick, then she came down sick, then I came down sick. About over it now, still a week, and still some sinus drainage. Of course, I have sinus drainage all year round, I think. Anyway, not much else here. Everyone have a good week, and looking forward to seeing you on the other frequencies, AB8OU.
Okay, Zeke, very good. Well, maybe that was BA286 also, so take care of yourself there, and hope you get all well soon. Okay, then next, I didn't hear very well, but I thought I heard KE8UIK. Is that right? Over.
Kilo Echo 8, Uniform India Bravo, KE8UIB.
Oh, okay. Okay, I had the last letter wrong. Okay.
Good evening, Net Control. This is KE8UIB. John here in Massillon, Ohio. Just want to chime in tonight and say hello, and good to hear everybody on the net stuff. Might check in when I can, and playing a little bit of radio earlier today. This morning I left my base station here on Simplex and caught a guy in PA, so that was really cool. In Pittsburgh, PA, matter of fact. So that was really cool. That made my day. But I hope everybody's having a good weekend, and with that, this is KE8UIB. I'll hand this back over to Net Control. 7-3, y'all.
Okay, very good, John. Thanks for checking in. 73, have a good evening, and that sounds like you made some good contacts there, so very good. Okay, that takes us to the bottom of the list. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, looking for check-ins for the Monday night VHF UHF net.
KE8HJB.
KE8HJB. I have you, Dave. Another check-in, please.
KE8ULA, Leo.
There was a pile up there, but the one that was on the longest, go ahead again.
KE8ULA, Leo.
KE8ULA, Leo, thanks. And then the other check-in?
Whiskey 8, Echo Zulu Tango.
Whiskey 8, Echo Zulu Tango. Good evening, Frank. Another check-in, please.
KE8 KVI.
KE8 KVI. I have you in, Ron, and one more. There was either a double or signal on the weak side. Try it again. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor.
KE8YIR, in and out.
KE8YIR, in and out, thanks. And one more. Okay, we'll go to the top of the list. Let's see, so Dave, KE8HJB, go ahead with your comments. KE8HJB, go ahead with your comments.
KE8JB, good to hear from you, John. And I'm just going to be in and out.
Okay, Dave, very good. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Then next was KE8ULA, Leo. Go ahead with your comments. This is W8VPV with John, WO3X at the mic.
Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, this is KE8ULA. Good evening, John, and hello everyone on the net. Took advantage of the good weather this weekend to get some badly needed yard work done around here. I got a little landscaping project going on in the backyard. Got some work done on that, got the lawn mowed and all that. Got the oil changed on my pickup truck today. So that's about all that's going on with me. Working outside this weekend, it's been kind of like working in a sauna. But I don't complain because I know come January, February, I'm going to be wishing it was 90 degrees and sunny outside. So no complaints for me about the weather. So not much else going on here. Just getting geared up for the CFARC to the field. I plan on working the Silver Springs Park and the Meadows Metro Park. Other than that, that's about it. Back to the net, KE8ULA.
Okay, Leo, very good. I'm going to be at Wood Hollow there on Barlow Road for the CTTF. And this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor making another announcement that there are plenty of openings for the CTTF event on September 13th. So go to www.cfarc.org, click on CTTF, look at the schedule that shows who has been signed up and where, and then make your selections to find a place to operate. Right now there's only 4 people scheduled, so we could go for a lot more. If you make 5 valid contacts and send in your log with those 5 valid contacts, then you are entered into a drawing for a $50 gift certificate at DX Engineering. You don't have to have like the most contacts or anything like that. You only have to have at least 5, and you'll be entered into the drawing. So sign up, and we'll be listening for you on the event. Okay, let's see. So next is Frank, W8EZT. Go ahead, Frank, with your comments.
Evening, John. Everybody on the net this evening. I hope everybody had or is having a great Labor Day. I know I did. Some of my family was away doing their horseback thing, but another friend of mine had a party, and I had a great time with his wife, and a lot of his friends. And it was his wife's birthday coming up in a couple of days, so great party there. And I'm getting caught up on a lot of paperwork, and I got one more newsletter article, Vince. It's on the way. It'll be on the way in another hour or so, but I'm wrapping that up. I will be participating in CFARC to the field. I have not decided which park yet. I want to try to get my sister involved, so it may be somewhere down in the southern part of the county. I'll check the list and get that signed up for later on. Let me pause for time. And I will be trying the W1AW Stroke 8 contacts tonight, certainly on 6 and 80 meters. My system is not built for 160, and the best I could do today, it was about 4 to 1 SWR, but if I turn the power down to 5 watts, the radio may not complain that bad, and I may be able to make a contact on 160, so we'll give it a try then when the time permits. All right, that's all I got, John. Thanks for doing the net, and hope to hear more people out there. W8EZT, back to net.
Frank, since you didn't send your article in yet, I was wondering, could you mention about needing a net control operator for the second Monday of the month, and that would be doing the VHF, UHF net and the 10-meter net. Over.
Okay, I've already submitted 2 articles, and I'm working on a 3rd now, but I'll try to put something out there. Let me leave myself a note now. I know he wants to publish fairly quickly, so I need to be able to bang it out, and I'm running out of time tonight. I'll see what I can do, though, John.
Okay, thanks. Thanks a lot. Okay, so I'll be listening for you this evening later. Okay, Ron, KE8, KVI, go ahead with your comments, or if you're in and out, let me know.
No, I actually have comments tonight, John. Hello, John, everybody out there in Radio Land. I hope you had a great Labor Day. I had a big get-together. That was the one Frank just referenced. We had about, 15 people or so. So for me, that was a fair mob. And we all had a great time and good food and fairly decent weather.
Okay, very good. And how does the Beagle like this weather?
He's a Beagle. He's good in all weathers. He's even good to 4 below and without a jacket.
Okay, very good. Yeah, there's a woman on the next street over who walks her Beagle. At one time she had 4 Beagles, and she would take 2 at a time, so twice a day she'd go around the block, and well, she's down to 1 Beagle now, and during the winter she had this is a newer Beagle. She had some kind of jacket on it, and when they were walking past our house, she and I were talking, and meanwhile the Beagle's rolling in the snow. I said, oh, he likes the snow, and she said, oh, no, he doesn't like that jacket. So next time I saw her going by, he didn't have the jacket on. He was just happy. So that's funny there. Thanks for checking in, Ron, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, that takes us to the bottom of the list. KE8YIR was in and out. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins. K8PU. K8PU, Larry, I have you. Another check-in, please. That's not going to work. You need to either find a better location. Sometimes only moving a couple of feet, if it's a handheld, makes a big difference, or increase the power. So I'll give it another try. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Okay, nothing heard. So another check-in, please. Okay, we'll go to one at a time now. Larry, K8PU, what's going on over there?
Evening, John. Everybody on the net. I'm the cleanup guy, it looks like. Oh, 90 degrees and sunny on Oakwood Drive. Well, it was this afternoon. Yeah, I was out on the deck when earlier in the net trying to check into my handheld. It just wouldn't do it. But I was surprised how early it's getting dark. I've been checking in from my station in the house here lately. I didn't realize how early it was getting dark. Man, I mean, looks like summer's long gone. Well on its way or something. Couldn't believe it. Okay, John, nothing exciting going on. Hope everybody had a good holiday. It was certainly a nice day, good weather. And with that, I'll catch you over on 6 meters tonight at 9:30. So back to you, John. W8VPV, K8PU.
Okay, Larry, are you going to be able to do 80 meters and maybe even 160 meters?
And I can't do either one. I used to have a nice radio up that did do 80, but I've never been anything for 160. But I took it down because the antenna was getting beat up and been up for quite a few years. So 40 is as far down as I could go. So I won't be able to participate in that tonight.
Okay. Well, we'll listen for you on 6 meters there. Thanks. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with WO3X. Name here's John at the mic, looking for check-ins.
WB8CXO.
WB8CXO. Go ahead, Mike, with your comments.
Hello, John, and everybody on the net. We're checking in on UHF, something new for us. I'm curious, John, did I miss Newsline at 8:05? Did I have a radio failure or something?
Newsline was on. At the end, there was some kind of hum, just like the last few seconds of the report, and then during the time when KD8VYT was ending Newsline and signing off.
Okay, very good. Nothing new here, playing with the computers. Just built up a Raspberry Pi and put it on Windows 11. Why? Because a buddy of mine did it, so I couldn't let him get one up on me. And it will run a FlexRadio, but not very well. So not a good investment if you're playing with SDR. It'll work fine if you're running Linux, but Windows is a bit much. But we did it. It's possible. Had fun doing it. Nothing else from here. 7-3 to all. WB8CXO.
I was wondering, are you going to check into the 6-meter net this evening? The band exploration net will be on 6 meters. Over?
Yeah, if we're still down here, if we don't have any domestic requests from upstairs, we will be on.
Okay, yeah. The reason I'm asking is because we will be doing that as W1AW/8 this evening we're getting close to the end of W1AW/8, and so we want to get WHVPV logged as having made some contacts. So what we're going to do is 9:30 to 10 p.m. we're going to be on 6 meters at 50.270 megahertz upper sideband. And then from 10 p.m. to 10:15, we're going to be on 80 meters on or about 3.827 megahertz lower sideband. And then from 10:15 to 10:30, we're going to go to 160 meters on or about 1.887 megahertz lower sideband. Do you have the capability to do that?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't require massive amounts of paperwork, I can do that.
Oh, you don't have to do anything. This is like Parks on the Air. You'd be like the hunter, you know. You don't have to do anything. You get, this is Volunteers on the Air, VOTA, so it's just like POTA, so you don't have to do anything. You'll just be on the list as a contact. Over?
Okay, sounds good. We'll give it a try.
Okay, very good. I hope to hear you then. Okay, let's see. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
Recheck John, W8EZT.
Go ahead, Frank.
Just wanted to make sure you got those meters, and I did see that swollen battery. That was impressive.
Oh, yeah, thanks for those meters. And, when I took that battery in the house, I took it to the voltmeter, and this still has a full charge, so I'm going to have to get a resistor and slowly discharge that thing because I don't know if it would, but it could catch on fire maybe.
Yeah, I have not had my phone on the charger since Friday morning when I noticed the battery swollen. It was sitting at 68% about 5 this afternoon when I looked at it. Sometime early this week, I'm going to probably have to charge it again, but I'm going to put it in one of those metal ammo containers with the lid off and put that on top of maybe some wet newspaper or something, so if it flares out, it'll be somewhat contained. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I need to get myself a new phone. Need to get on that next. Oh, well, just wanted to check, make sure you also got the meters then. We'll hand it back to you. WADCT, back to net.
Yeah, very good, Frank. Yeah, thanks for those meters. They look nice. Thanks again. Okay, so let's see. This is Whiskey 8 Victor, Papa Victor, looking for check-ins. Okay, none heard, so I'll repeat the announcements. Let's see here. This evening, after the W8VPV 6-meter net, or actually during it also, we will be operating as W1AW/8 in order to get credit for W8VPV as operating that call sign. And then to continue that, we will go, that will be from 9:30 to 10. And then, we'll see. If there's no contacts much after, like, say, 9:45, we will, anyhow, after the 6-meter operation, we're going to go to the 80-meter operation, and then we'll go to 160 meters. So the frequencies for 80 meters will be 3.827 or so, lower sideband, and 160 meters will be 1.887 lower sideband. We just guessed at some times there, but we don't have to stick to those real close. We'll just play it by ear, so to speak. Okay, so that's going to be this evening, and then don't forget about CFARC to the Field, September 13th. There's plenty of open parks and time slots. Well, everybody's working the same time slot, but plenty of parks and other locations like hike and bike trails to set up to operate. Right now, there's only 4 of us signed up for that CFARC to the Field. Again, that's on September 13th. That's Wednesday, September 13th, in place of our usual business meeting. That will be our activity, and it's not in the building. It's out in the field. So then September 27th will be our business meeting, and that will be at the usual location, the Pilgrim United Church of Christ, 130 Broad Boulevard, and the parking lot is on 2nd Street, south of Broad Boulevard. Then then Thursday, September 14th, is a volunteer exam session at the Cuyahoga Falls Library. The test starts at 6:30 p.m., so arrive there early, pre-register for it, and make sure that you have an FRN. It is a LARO exam, so there's no fee to take the test. There's just the FCC fee if what you're doing requires the FCC fee. But you deal with the FCC for that. Okay, then don't forget about the Cleveland Ham Fest up in Berea on Sunday, September 24th. And then Saturday, September 30th, is the Akron Marathon. They still need volunteers to operate radios during that marathon. Go to www.summitaries.org. That Summit Aries is one word. It's SUMMITARES, no spaces. Summitaries.org, and sign up for a spot to operate. You can maybe give a comment about where you might want to be. I'm going to be at Big Bend, and so they still need maybe about 15 more volunteers. Okay, I think that's all that I have in the way of announcements. So, again, we will be operating starting at 9:30 on 6 meters at 50.270 megahertz upper sideband as W1AW/8. So with that, this is Whiskey 8 Victor, Papa Victor, last call for check-ins.
WD8MJS, no traffic, just one set of numbers.
Okay, Ken, I have you in. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Are there any other last calls?
WD8POL, Larry, in and out.
Was that WD8 Bravo Lima Lima, Larry? Okay, thanks for checking in, Larry. We have you in and out. Thanks. 73, and have a good evening. Are there any other last check-ins? Okay, not too bad for a holiday evening. Okay. In preparing to close this net, I would like to thank all of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. Without your participation, there would be no net. This has been John, and my call is WO3X, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will close the net with 16 check-ins counting myself, and return the repeater to normal customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor closing the net at 9:15 p.m. local time. 7-3.
W1AW/8. This is an open directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You do not have to be a club member. All traffic will go through net control, and since emergency traffic may break in at any time, please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information to enhance net operating practices and to keep members up to date about club happenings. The Band Explorer Net meets every Monday evening at 9:30 p.m., preceded by the VHF-UHF Net at 8:30 and Amateur Radio Newsline at 8:01. The frequency of the Band Explorer Net is on the calendar at www.cfarc.org. And this evening, as you can tell, we were on 6 meters on 50.270 megahertz upper sideband. When checking in, please give your call repeated phonetically, followed by your name and your location. Also, let me know if you have any comments or traffic for the net, or if you're checking in and out. I will start with announcements and then call for any officers or members who have items of special interest to the club. Then I will call for check-ins and repeat the announcements after all have checked in. After the announcements, I'll give one last call for check-ins. And then this evening, we will go to another 2 frequencies. After there's no more check-ins on this 6 meters here, we will go to 80 meters on or about 3.827 megahertz lower sideband. And then after they are all checked in, then we will go to 160 meters. And the idea here is to get as many W1AW/8 contacts that we can for W8VPV. So that ends on September 5th. The Volunteers on the Air in Ohio ends September 5th. So we're doing this tonight before this special operation ends.
W1AW/8, W8ECT.
Go ahead, Frank.
John, you're on the lower sideband, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
Much better.
Okay, well, good evening. This is W8VPV operating as W1AW/8. Good evening. Welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday night Band Explorer Net. And this net operates on 6 meters on the first Monday of the month, and then go to the calendar www.cfarc.org to check on other Monday evenings for Here are the announcements. the next regular meeting of the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club will be on, the business meeting has been moved to September 27th, the fourth Wednesday of September, because on the second Wednesday of September is the Cuyahoga Falls to the Field, Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club to the Field. And that will be from 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Go on the Cuyahoga Falls website and click on CFAR to the Field. The link is cttf info, and sign up for go to the activation link to sign up for a spot to operate, or to see what's already been taken. Then go to the activation or the locations list. Let's see what it's called here. Hold on. Okay, there's the activations list, and that shows what locations have already been chosen to be activated. And then go to the list of entities. It's called Park Entity List, and there you will see all the choices of locations to operate from. And then after you make your choice, then there's a submission form. Click on that link there and enter the requested information, and then you will get a notification that you have been entered into that entity as an activator. Okay, so again, that's September 13th, 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Then September 14th is the volunteer exam session at the Cuyahoga Falls Library. 6:30 p.m. is the test starting time, so get there before that. Make sure that you have pre-registered for it and that you have an FRN. There's no fee at the test site for the test. It is a Laurel exam. Keep in mind that on September 24th is the Cleveland Ham Fest. Then September 27th is the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club business meeting this month. And then September 30th is the Akron Marathon. They still need many volunteers to operate radios during that event. So go to www.summitars.org. That's one word. SUMMITARES.org, and sign up for to volunteer for operating your radio on that event. That's all that I have in a way of announcements. Are there any members members or officers who have items of special interest? Okay, this is W1AW/8 asking for check-ins. AB8OU, I have you, Zeke. We'll just take one at a time here for the comments. Go ahead with your comments there, Zeke. Yeah, 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 I didn't notice that. I'm not sure how it got on lower sideband, but yeah, that's it's in memory. I'll have to check, make sure that the memory is on upper sideband. Anything else, Zeke? Okay, so let's see, I have the time for your contact as 0140. And yeah, we'll be on 80 meters after this, and then after 80 meters we'll be on 160 meters. Now we had a time of for this to go till the 6 meters to go till 10 p.m., but I'm sure that we'll be done with the check-ins and announcements before that. So, okay, I'm looking forward to hearing you on 80 meters. Okay, another check-in, please.
Whiskey 8 Echo Zulu Tango.
Whiskey 8 Echo Zulu Tango. Thanks, Frank, for pointing out that it was on lower sideband.
Yeah, I kept trying to tune you in, and everything looked right, but it just wasn't making any sense. And I thought, did I break my radio? Because I was trying it down on 180 or on 160 meters, 1.8 megahertz earlier, and I thought, God, did I scramble something in the radio? And then I hit, well, maybe he's on the wrong sideband, and then it became obvious when I hit the button. So very good. Glad you're up here, and appreciate the contact. I guess this is my first official contact with W1AW. So tell me what the exchange is, and I will log it.
It's just W1AW/8, and the time is 0141. 0141 on September 5th.
QSL 0141 on September 5th. Very good, John. Thanks very much. I'll look forward to catching you on 80 and maybe even 160 a little later. I'll be monitoring. W8EZT, back to net.
Okay, very good. Thanks for again for pointing out about the sideband being wrong. Okay, this is W1AW/8 looking for check-ins.
KAWTK.
Okay, let's see. There was one that ended in IR. Go ahead.
Yeah, John, that would be KE8YIR. You got Mark here in Hudson.
Okay, KE8YIR, and your time is 0143. Do you have any comments?
No, John, I'm just glad to be here and glad to be able to check in on W1AW/8, and I'm going to try and catch you on 80 as well. Over.
Okay, thanks. Very good, and hope to hear you on 80 and maybe even 160. So thanks for checking in. Okay, this is W1AW/8. Who's the other check-in?
KA8WTK.
Okay, there's still a pile-up, but I pulled out K8HMS. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, hi, John. Thanks for doing the W1AW thing here, /8. I've been trying to work as many as I can, so I think I'm up to 34 or 35 now, states. So, anyhow, appreciate what you're doing, and I'll see if I'm still around for 80 or 160. So, back to you, W1AW/8, KHMS.
Okay, very good. And, yeah, I think the log, if you're logging these, it's asking for the RST, so we'll just go 5959 on this band here. So thanks for checking in, 73, and maybe we'll hear you on 80 meters and maybe even 160. So thanks. And your time is 0144 on September 5th.
Oh, okay, John, yeah. Oh, yeah, and you're 5'9". 5'9" here. Yeah, forgot about that. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Steve. Okay, and who else was checking in there? This is W1AW/8.
KA8WTK.
KA8WTK. Good evening, Bill. What's going on over there?
Well, not much new since the 2-meter net. I wanted to give you another number for W1AW/8.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I have you 5'9", so, and your time is 0146 for your log there, September 5th, 0146. That's UTC time.
QSL, good luck in the contest. KA8WTK.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is Whiskey 8 Victor, Papa Victor, calling as W1AW/8. Are there any other contacts?
KAPU.
K8PU. Good evening, Larry. What's going on over there? And your time is 0147.
Okay, you're 5'9" Ohio. How's that?
Yeah, 5'9", Ohio. Anything new?
Sun went down, so it's not sunny anymore, 90 degrees, so I don't know what it is. Pretty nice out. Okay, John, I'll be listening to the rest of this. I won't be able to do the 40 or the 60, 80 and 160. I can't do those bands, but I'll try to listen a little bit if I can. So back to you, W8GT. No. W1AW/8 KTU.
Okay, Larry, very good. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that on the VHF UHF net that when you mentioned about it being dark, that a couple of days ago the weather presenter on one of the, I think it was Channel 3, mentioned that that day was the last day that the sunset in Cleveland or wherever, or the Cleveland Hopkins Airport, wherever they're counting the sunset time, that 8 o'clock that day was the sunset, and that was the last time until April, sometime in April, that the sunset would be 8 o'clock or later.
Oh, well, you know, this happens every year. We just have to sweat it, tolerate it for another, again, sweat it out, tolerate it for another winter. You and I, John, at our age, we've seen a lot of them, and the only thing we can hope for now is just to see a lot more. Back to you, John, KCU.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, very good. Okay, thanks for checking in, and have a good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor, Papa Victor, calling as W1AW/8 for volunteers on the air in Ohio. This is W1AW/8, looking for check-ins. Alpha 8, was that X-ray November? Okay, the time will be 0150. Let's see, and let's see, what kind of signal do you have from us here? Over.
I've got you. I'm in West Akron, really low, barely getting you here for some reason.
Okay, I hear you pretty good. Let's see.
Is the name Bill?
I go by Greg, so that's my middle name, Greg.
Oh, you go by Greg. Okay, thanks for checking in, and we're going to be starting around 10 o'clock. We're going to be operating on 80 meters on or about 3827 kilohertz, lower sideband, and then for about 15 minutes, then we're going to switch to 160 meters at 10:15, and we'll be around 1.887 kilohertz, so maybe we'll hear you then. Over?
Yeah, I probably got nothing for 160. I might be able to hit 80. I'll try. I'll let you go and catch some others, 88 XM.
Okay, very good. Thanks. And so we'll clear with you. And thanks for checking in. Okay, this is W8VPV acting as W1AW/8 for the volunteers on the air in Ohio. W1AW/8 looking for contacts. WB8CXO. Good evening, Mike. What's going on over there? Okay, Mike, very good. Good luck with that, and hopefully that will allow the processor to run at a high speed there by keeping cool. So good luck with that. 73, and we'll look for you on 80 meters. So this is W1AW/8 clearing with WB8CXO. Who was 5'9" and 5'9". Okay, so this is W1AW/8 looking for check-ins. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor operating as W1AW/8 this evening. As the Volunteers on the Air in Ohio event will be ending soon. So we're trying to get some contacts here for W8VPV as W1AW/8. So are there any other check-ins? Please call W1AW/8. This is W1AW/8 looking for contacts. CQ. This is W1AW/8 calling CQ for volunteers on the air in Ohio. This is W1AW/8. QRZ. CQ. This is W1AW/8 calling CQ for volunteers on the air in Ohio. QRZ. Okay, well, this has been W8VPV acting as W1AW/8 for volunteers on the air in Ohio, and during our band exploration net here. So we're going to give the announcements here, and then we will give one last call for contacts, and then we will go to 80 meters. So on September 13th, from 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. is CFARC to the field. That will be the activity rather than the business meeting, and it's gonna not be in the building. It's gonna be in the field. So go to www.cfarc.org, take a look at the activation list, and then go to the list of entities and choose an entity that has not been chosen to be activated, and then fill out the form to enter yourself as operating in your entity of choice. Then the next day is a volunteer exam session at the Cuyahoga Falls Library. The test starts at 6:30 p.m. If you want to take a test, pre-register for it and make sure that you have an FRN. On September 24th is the Cleveland Ham Fest, and then September 27th will be the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club business meeting, and it will be at the Pilgrim United Church of Christ, 130 Broad Boulevard. The parking lot is on 2nd Street, south of Broad Boulevard. And then on September 30th is the Akron Marathon. They still need about 15 volunteers to operate radios on the event. So go to www.summitaries.org, and Summit Aries is one word, SUMMITARES, and go on there and sign up for as a volunteer. That's all that we have in the way of announcements. So this is W8VPV calling as W1AW/8 last calls for this frequency. Okay, this is working pretty well, so we're going to go to 80 meters on or about 3.827 megahertz lower sideband. This
This is W1AW/8, Whiskey 8 Victor, Papa Victor, clearing this frequency.
CQ, this is W1AW/8 calling CQ, QRZ. AB8OU, I hear you, Zeke. Let's see, time 2:02, and let's see, 0202. And I have you 59. Over.
QSL 59 Ohio.
Okay. Thanks, Zeke, for the contact, and have a good evening. I'll say 73. Okay, this is W1AW/8 for contact. WB8CXO, Mike, I have you 59 also. Thanks for the contact, and if you have any comments. Okay, Mike, very good. Thanks for the contact, and good luck with that heat sink and thermal element there. So this is W1AW/8 calling CQ, QRZ. Is that W8EZT, over? This is W1AW/8, volunteers on the air in Ohio, calling CQ, QRZ.
W1AW/8, this is KE8YIR again. How are you?
Okay, KE8YIR, I have you. What's going on over there?
Oh, John, again, happy to be on the air. I updated my transceiver over the weekend, and little did I know when you update the software, you're supposed to save all the memory somewhere, and I didn't do that. All my settings are off. Everything, so it's been a day of trying to get things figured out, get it back into tune the way I like it. I think I'm there finally, over.
Okay, very good.
Let's see. What name do you want to go by? Over?
Yeah, John, I go by Mark. I'm in Hudson, Ohio.
Say that again?
I go by Mark. M-A-R-K.
Let's see. Do I have your call right? Kilo Echo 8 Yankee India Romeo. Is that right?
Yeah, that's a Roger. My license is listed as Gerald, but I go by my middle name, which is confusing to everyone, including myself. So I go by Mark, M-A-R-K.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, okay, we'll put you down as Mark. Thanks, and so I have you 5959, and our time will be 0205. So thanks for the contact, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, any other comments there, Mark?
No, 73 to you, and have fun at 160. I won't see you there. This is K8YIR, standing by.
You say you will not be on 160.
That's okay. I can't get you on that. This is as low as I go.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks for the contact. Okay, very good. So Mark won't be on 160. Okay, so this is W8VPV acting as W1AW/8. Volunteers on the air in Ohio this evening. This is W1AW/8 looking for contact.
W1AW/8, this is W8EZT.
W8EZT. Good evening, Frank. What's going on over there?
Again, just sitting here working at the computer, taking care of paperwork and getting caught up on stuff over this long Labor Day weekend.
Hello.
I'm on my vertical in the backyard, 43-foot vertical, and, well, as you'll see in the tuner story that I just sent into the newsletter, the problem turned out to be true. It's back up on the air. I will try to get down on 160, but it'll probably be about 5 watts, because that tuner does not do a good job down there. One of these days I'll get an send 150 out, maybe before the snow flies, but thanks for doing this. I really appreciate the opportunity to jump around and check out band conditions. You are 5x9 here into northern Cuyahoga Falls, so give me my report and I will let you get on and make more contacts. W8EZT, back to that.
Okay, Frank, very good. Talking about tuners. Okay, you may recall I got that tuner at the Tusco Hamfest there, and you were, for field day, you were asking if maybe we could use that for field day. Well, I was thinking that I was going to have it installed in my place before field day. Well, I didn't. I did not get it installed before field day, so it would have been available. However, I installed it the other day, and here it does not work at all.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I bought one of those. At least I thought it did not work at all, but when I powered it up, I could hear the relays click, so I knew something was happening. Does it make any sound at all?
Well, I don't know, because, see, it was outside, and, out there at the antenna, and the bias key is in here in the house. So I took it off, and I'll be trying it in the next few days. I'll have the bias key on it here, right beside me, so I'll be able to see if it's doing anything. And I have a load on it that is similar to what that antenna looks like out there. So I'll see if it can, if it does any clicking. But I saw no change whatsoever in the SWR when it was out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, the biggest mistake people make with frequency change. So whenever I change frequencies, I've got to reset it to find the proper match. But the rest of it seems to be working. And for a $20 tuner, the guy was honest enough to tell me that he'd put too much RF into it. It turned out to be a good deal. We actually did use that field aid. If there's anything I can do to help you with that, I think that was an MFJ. Anything I can do to help you with that, or test equipment, or whatever you need, or you just want to talk it over sometime, let me know. I love working on projects like that. So very good, John. Sorry to hear that, but oh well, that's why we get to repair things. I'll hand it back to you, see who else you can find. I'm running 50 watts here at 1.15 into the vertical, and as they say, you're coming through 5x9.
Okay, Frank, very good. Yeah, thanks. I'll be opening that up pretty soon, and then I'll be trying it over here right by the radio, so I can hear what's going on and see stuff. Thanks, WADCT. Thanks for the contact. Okay, this is WHVPV calling as W1AW/8 for volunteers on the air in Ohio. This is W1AW/8 looking for contact.
Kilo Alpha 8, Whiskey Tango Kilo.
WA8, WTK, I hear you, Bill. What's going on over there?
Not much. This is urgent voyage, I guess, of this transceiver with the new power supply and new PA board in it. So I'm glad you're hearing it, because we're not on optical antennas tonight or anything. So I'm glad you could hear it. We'll look for you down on 160.
Okay, Bill. Okay, yeah, I will look for you on 160. Yeah, we're getting close to the time there, so thanks for the contact there. Okay, this is W1AW/8 looking for contact. QRZ? This is W1AW/8 looking for contacts. Last call for contacts on this frequency. This is W1AW/8. Last call for contacts on this frequency. Okay, not hearing any. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor calling as W1AW/8. Volunteers on the air. We're going to QSY to 160 meters on or about 1887 kilohertz. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor clearing this frequency. Victor Papa Victor, and then we will be acting as W1AW/8. Is this frequency in use? Okay, nothing heard, so CQ, W1AW/8 looking for contacts.
Alpha Bravo 8 Oscar Uniform.
AB8OU, good evening, Zeke. Oh, wow, your signal's better on this band than on 80 meters. Over.
QSL, John, you're a bit better as well. Anyway, 59 Ohio, thanks for the contact.
Okay, thanks, Zeke. Thanks for the contact. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, acting as W1AW/8 for volunteers on the air in Ohio. QRZ?
Alpha 8, Whiskey Tango Kilo.
KA8WTK. Good evening, Bill. What's going on over there?
Not much. Do we sound better over here?
Yeah, your signal's stronger, but the bandwidth of your audio sounds really narrow.
There, let's see if that lights it up any, sir.
It's about the same, but you're completely readable.
I have it using an electric voice 619 microphone on it. I'm not doing any processing of any kind, so it's hard to tell what's going on.
Yeah, what it is, it's mostly high frequencies. There's no middle. There's no middle, nothing. It sounds like maybe nothing below like 1,000 or something like that. 1,000 hertz.
Yeah, okay, way too bright. Listen, it's dual impedance microphone. I'll try changing the impedance on it and see if that doesn't make it a better match if we can.
Okay, Bill, very good. Yeah, your signal's 10 to 15 over 9 over here, so the RF is very good here. So thanks for the contact. And so you're 59, it's 5959. Okay, this is W1AW/8 looking for contacts. Okay, wait, Mike. I have Frank, W8EZT. Go ahead, Frank. Well, you're almost 10 over 9 here. Okay, very good, Frank. Thanks. 5959. Okay, go ahead, Mike. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Bill, hopefully you heard that. KA8WTK, did you hear that? This is W1AW/8.
W1AW/8, KA8WTK. Heard every word. It is a dynamic mic going into a Kenwood transceiver that wants a dynamic mic. But I'm thinking it may be the wrong impedance dynamic mic, and that's what's cutting all the mids and the lows out. We're just getting the right stuff through. Well, we're going to find out what it is. We'll fix it, Mike, I promise. KA8WTK.
Okay, Bill, very good. Thanks. And again, your RF is almost 20 over 9 here, so it's putting out a good RF signal there. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor acting as W1AW/8 volunteers on the air in Ohio. So QRZ. CQ. This is W1AW/8 calling CQ volunteers on the air in Ohio. QRZ. This is WO3X acting as net control for Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor Band Exploration Net, and we're doing a special operation here as W1AW/8 on 1887 kilohertz. This is W1AW/8 calling CQ, QRZ. CQ, this is W1AW/8 calling CQ, QRZ. CQ, this is W1AW/8 looking for contacts, QRZ. CQ, this is W1AW/8 in Ohio looking for contacts, QRZ. CQ, this is W1AW/8 calling CQ from Ohio, QRZ. CQ, this is W1AW/8 calling CQ from Ohio, QRZ. Okay, not hearing any contacts. We will close this session of the Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor Band Exploration Net doing a special operation as W1AW/8. In preparing to close this net, I would like to thank all of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. As mentioned earlier, this Band Exploration Net meets every Monday at 9:30 p.m. Now, this was a special session which started at 10:15 p.m. So please feel free to check in regularly, even if only for a moment. All comments are welcomed and valuable to us. This has been John, and my call is WO3X, that's Whiskey Oscar 3 X-Ray, and this was Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, acting as W1AW/8 for the volunteers on the air in Ohio. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor closing the net at 10:25 p.m. local time with, we had 4 on this band and 5 on the other, and 8 on the other, so a total of 18 check-ins, 17 check-ins, counting, 18 counting myself. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor closing the net at 10:25 p.m. local time, 7-3.
W8WKY, repeater PL1 14.8. W8VPV. Repeater. WR8ANN. Repeater. The time is 11 p.m.
Good evening.
W8VPV. Repeater.
The time is 11 p.m.
This is the NARPW3GA repeater. W8DES repeater.
W8WKY. W8WKY.
W8VPV. Repeater,